Welcome back, everyone, to La Luna Cajun Studios in South Louisiana. We're so far down there. Alright, so this lye water is at 186, and the other one is at 180. Some pretty high temperatures. And what we're doing is the heat transfer method, I believe it's called. I don't even know anymore. This is like the third time I do it today. And due to the cooling of my studio, my hard oils, well, they continue to go hard. They don't want to stay soft for me. So, the idea is you pour in your lye water with your butters and your hard oils, like so. And then we'll do our other container. And the idea is that the heat of it, instead of blending everything, it actually melts it down. So it goes. Well, this is my third time doing this, and I have yet to have one result that was perfect. Maybe it's one of these that I'm going to have to do 20 times, 30 times until I get it right. Yep, because my shea butter just floated to the top. I mean, I see some things at the bottom that are melted on my side of the tub. You might be seeing other things differently. So the next soap that we have up is tomato, I believe. Let me smell. Yep, that's a tomato. So my tomatoes are freeze-dried tomatoes, and then they're put through the food processor to make them a super powder. Now this we use a bentonite clay with to help draw out the toxins and the dirt and oils underneath the skin, in the skin. That's what tomatoes are the best for anyways, when used on the face. Let's see. Without staking any claims, you know, because we're in the United States and we can't do all that stuff. If we're in Europe, I think they got total different laws for a lot of things. And I wish the U.S. would catch up to that, because there's just some things they're better on. Anyways, I've been learning so much about all that. So we use the bentonite clay in here. I said that I do use a little bit of the carrot seed oil, as well as I use hemp seed oil. Is the oil blend that I use. That is the good part. That will not saponify in the process. So basically they will be there to absorb into the skin after the soap bar's actually been hardened and cured. So we shall see. That's how it's been anyways. That's the recipe we've been using, and that's how that's been working for us. Now, tomato soap bars, typically what I use, because I got one of those combination skin. My cheeks are normal, my T-zone is oily, but then my forehead's dry. Oh, so confusing. Like, come on, skin, really? We're doing this too. So, yeah. I use a tomato. Due to a certain company that when the founder had passed away, the girlfriend took over the business, and I don't know what the heck she did by getting rid of the tomato soap, but let's just say I was crying. I was so sad. Because it was the only soap I used for dang near all my teenage years. And now I'm a grown woman and I still use it. And they couldn't find it nowheres. Like, not even back leftover stock that somebody else might have had. Like, nada. So that's when I went, forget this. I'm making my own tomato soap. I'm doing it. I'm gonna get it. So lots of trial and errors. But it's one of those. If you know how to make soap, you'll figure out the rest, you know. Not so much figure it out, you actually learn. You learn the rest. So that's what I had to do. But you know what? In the end, it was very, very much worth it. Because now I make a pretty doggone awesome bar soap. And it could be used for the face and the body and all your little private parts. If I'm not saying that just because it doesn't irritate me, it won't irritate you. Of course, it may irritate you. We're all different. But we got some pretty sensitive skin in this family. And we haven't had any issues. Now, on the other hand, I do make this in a soap cream. And I had a customer who, her face is her only extremely sensitive part of skin of her body. I don't know what the heck that was. Blue, by the way. Let's get that out of there. Her only sensitive part of her body, and she broke out. It burned her. But I think it's just because her face was so dry, it didn't look moisturized, and I think that was an effect of it. But anyways, it didn't work for her, poor thing. I actually felt bad about that. But, yeah, she's the only person I heard that couldn't use it. Other than that, I've always gotten reports back that everybody was able to use it, and they really liked it. And it's not something I like to keep stock of due to the nature and the ingredients. Of course, there's a preservative in it to, you know, discourage mold and bacteria growth. But at the same time, with that being said, I just don't like to carry it. Have a stock of it. Of course I carry it, just don't like stock of it. Like, you know, I'm not housing 20 jars for you. Now, you order it. It shows, you know, that they have them online. You order them, you call me, whichever. I'll make you a batch. I'll make a batch just because you want one. Because that's just how nice I am. Well, this melted a whole lot better than the first two. Crabs, I tell you. Crabs, people. And for any of y'all that are wondering how much she got in there, this is 6 quarts or 5.5 liters. That's a lot, boo-boo. That's a whole lot. And by luck would have it, I think we just have enough containers left. The molds, anyway. Mold containers left. All right, so let's get this going. Jesus, that is a lot. And it just smells like plain Jane soap. There ain't nothing fancy about her right now. Not at all. Alright, so let me get this out the water bath because it's been sitting a while now. Tomato is the most grossest doggone thing on this planet. To me, anyway, being used with all the clays and stuff. Ugh. But it's so good for the skin. So all the gross stuff goes in the bucket. It smells really good too, by the way. Like, super awesome. It smells like you need to go eat you a salad. Matter of fact, that's what I ate for my late lunch. It was a salad. After smelling the tomato and carrots, I'm like, oh, fine then. Healthy salad it is. No junk, no junk. Alright, so that's all blended. I'm trying to figure out where the heck I was putting that. Alright, let's get our big girl in here. this to turn around, make sure I'm catching everybody. Because that is the good part about this bucket. I can see through. So I can see my stick blender moving all over in there. So awesome. Alright. Extreme light trace. Oh, gosh. This thing ain't heavy, but my old hands, I don't know what the heck's going on with these hands. I would just say arthritis, but it gets some days that they're stuck. And then I break out the voodoo oil and I rub the heck out of it. And then I just sit and chill for a few minutes and let it all absorb in. Can be boring, but at the same time, I gotta let it do its thing, right? And then after, oh, I'm back up and running because I'm like all good to go again. Whew, tonight, I'm definitely rubbing that voodoo on. I'm gonna need it. Oh. All right, let's get our mess out the way. I got a little mess that I creeped up in my spot. All right, sorry about that. Okay, let's pour this off. I ain't got no sense in waiting. It's starting to thicken anyways. I can see a few bubbles. No big deal. A few little toodaloo-loos never hurt nobody. Oh, that makes me laugh. Oh, and it's so hot, too. I can feel the heat. It's cooking, people. It's cooking. It's actually going through a gel phase, probably why it's in the bucket. Cooking and saponifying. That is a tricky word, too, by the way. Oh, here's another one that the mica stained the tub. You can tell how old she is. She's probably 2-3 years old. She got all the little stain marks on her. This one too, just like the tomato, I think the banana too does that. You'll see bits and pieces, like, there's something in it. No, that's your vegetable. That's your good parts, you know, you will see that. This one is the worst for thickening up like this at the end. It always does that. That's why it ended up in a jar one time, because it was so bad. Like, I couldn't make a bar of it to save my life. So, you want it to be bad, it got put in a jar. And people liked it that way too. It wasn't a bad soap, it was just in a jar. That was all. Alright, oh. Let's see if we can get Big Baddie scraped out here. Not a whole loaf, but when it comes down to it, we'll do, I think we got a carrot one that did this. And what we'll do is we shall cut it in half-inch bars, like 1-inch bars and then half-inch. And then that way, we could have some as samples and everything else, you know. Make it good for everybody. Yep. Again, another 4.5-ish. And I still have one mold left, but I have no more soap left. Not this kind of soap. Face soap done for today. That is awesome. How they say that, there's people that say that sometimes, and I always think they're crazy. Feeling accomplished. Ha! Well, baby, I feel very accomplished. So, let's take y'all out of here and bring y'all over to see. So, I'm just going to give them a light spray. I mean, they get soda ash, they get it. It's just, like, sometimes it's just bound to happen. It's not a big deal. We wash them off and steam them, and they're good to go again. So, yeah, there they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, and something of a 5 of tomato soap. All right, well, thank y'all very much. That is it. That's all I got for today. Have a good weekend.